Hey everybody, I'm Nick with Drain My Lawn, and today we're going to be talking about 6-inch catch basin lids and when to use what, which one should you choose and use in your installation or on your system. And these things are interchangeable, so you can change them even if you get the one of them wrong. So these by 6-inch catch basin lids, what I mean is the diameter of the lid. Actually, specifically the diameter of the insert. So as you can see here, there's some difference to the shape of these, and this one would actually be considered 12-inch with the plate. But what we mean by 6-inch is the diameter of this section and its ability to fit inside of a catch basin made for that. So I have 3 catch basin lids. These represent the catch basin lids that we use when we need them, and some we use a lot more than others. But I'll talk about the purposes of them and when you may want to choose one versus the other. So first we're going to start with the NDS. This is just a standard NDS plastic grate that comes with your 6-inch catch basins. You'll see this at the big box store. This is fine for just low water flow situations where you don't have a lot of debris covering it up. You see there's a little bit of a lip around here, not too much, that's just kind of normal. And this is just going to be your standard lid for allowing kind of low volumes into your system. That comes standard when you buy one of these 6-inch catch basins at the store. It may be a fine fit for you. One of the disadvantages here is that you wind up getting, it's really close to the edge, and if it's in a grass area, grass can grow over it really quickly, especially in warm season areas where you have Bermuda, where it can crawl over. Inside of a season, you can lose this. You have to be very vigilant to not lose that. Second, we have the Atrium Grate, made by the same company, but it's designed here this dome shape. So this sets into the catch basin right here, and this is the top of the catch basin lid, and then it comes up and it domes over. The reason and the purpose for this is like if in a high debris area or a mulch bed, what happens is that this domed atrium grate allows water to flow, and if it brings debris, the debris gets sucked to the sides, the water rises and can still spill into the catch basin. So it allows your system to drain even if you have a lot of debris. So if you are in a mulch bed and you have a lot of like loose mulch, small mulch, you have a lot of water flow and your catch basins get clogged, you'll want one of these. You'll see these in landscape beds, and you see it sticking up, and you want to keep this clear. It also helps you not to lose it in a bunch of mulch. So inside of deep landscape beds or where there's some other landscaping where you're not going to be able to get to and see all the time, these are ideal. They're called Atrium Grates. We use them a lot in certain situations to keep the systems from clogging from mulch and leaves and things like that when it's necessary. And lastly, we have the French Drainman system here. So this is all of these catch basins actually fit, I think, interchangeably. I know they'll all fit in the French Drainman catch basin, so this is obviously designed for it. But this will fit too. That fits in that one if you need to, and this one also fits. So they're all interchangeable. And so what we like about the French Drainman one is that it's considered a high flow grate. And high flow, by high flow, I mean it has larger openings. So you see, compared to the NDS one, the NDS has more structure built into the grate, and so the holes are smaller. The French Drainman one has more of the structure underneath, and it utilizes the grid underneath, and then it prioritizes as bigger openings. So you're able to get more water through your drain on this one. Has smaller slots, so you do get more water, less likely to clog. Now this and this are subject to the same limitations. So as far as dealing with grass covering over it. So French Strainman did a really cool work, and they created the turf restrictor plate for it. So now it covers a 12 by 12 area. You just insert this in, you click that in there. There you go. I'll pop it in. You click this in, you pop this on your catch basin, you recess this in, and now you have the you have a big turf restrictor area that this allows grass to grow and gives you time, so grass isn't covering over your drain area. It also gives debris a spot to fall and sit. The lid is slightly domed. It's not quite an atrium grate, but it is slightly domed. So debris is going to want to settle around the edges in low flow situations, and water's still going to flow. So these things work really, really well. And then when they're 12 by 12, they match the optics of other drain systems that you might have, because when you have a 12-inch catch basin, it's going to be a square typically, and so the square look also matches the visual look of the rest of your systems. So we really, really like these. We use them a lot, and so we primarily use these when we're in a yard situation. The only time that we'll use this grate in a 6-inch drain is if we're like under a gravel or something, where these holes are too big and we don't want gravel or pea gravel to fall in there, and we don't need the atrium grate. We'll put this underneath and so essentially it'll allow water to filter through the stone and drain out that way. That's when we use these, but we don't use these very often anymore. So we utilize the atrium grate when we're in landscape beds, and then we like the French Strainman turf restrictor for pretty much everything else when we're using 6-inch basins. So hope this helps. This is from our practice, day in and day out, what we do. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and if there's anything else you'd like to see, let us know. Thanks for watching. If you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and you need a drainage pro, call us at 704-489-3444 or check us out at drainmylawn.com. Have a great day.